Hello, marshmallows. This is Tiny Fox, and welcome to FoxPodcast. Today I'm here with...
I am Sonic Pain.
Yes, you see him in every other episode, and you shall see him in furthermore.
Yeah.
Alright, so today we will, as usual, do the 10 random questions. Then we're going to do a game, which we're pretty sure the title is The Never-Ending Story. We could be wrong. It's where each of us will say a word and then continue a story on like that.
Randomly.
Yep. Then we'll do a weirdest game title where we have to see if the title explains what the game is and give an explanation what the game is. Talk about a happy story that's happened to us recently, and then, as usual, give out channels for recommendation.
I wouldn't say mine is really a happy story, but it's funny.
Yeah. Alright, so... here we are at the 10 random questions.
Transition!
Okay. So, Ethan.
Yo.
What is your favourite canine creature?
A canine.
Yes.
No, that's my answer for a canine.
No, like what canine? Is it a dog? Is it a...
It's Scrub.
So, just a dog.
He's a Maltese Chihuahua Jack Russell cross.
I've realised I didn't have the microphone near me. Here we go. Alright. So yours is a Chihuahua-ish thing.
Like, I love Chihuahuas. And Scrub's probably the closest thing I'll ever get to a Chihuahua.
That's fair.
I love...
Sorry. With me, if you count foxes as canines, then it would be a fox. If you don't count a fox as a canine, probably a wolf. Or a hyena, but I'm pretty sure hyenas don't count as canines either.
Sorry. Alright. Tannis, what is the best and worst purchase you have ever made? So that's two things in like the one. That's not two questions, but you know.
Yes. So the best purchase would have to be my car. Because before having a car, life was terrible.
Can you tell us how much it was at all? Or
it was $3,000. It's a pretty decent price, and it was only...
That is pretty decent for your car.
It was only made in 2003, which was...
That car is awesome!
It is. The worst purchase I've ever made...
A lollipop.
No, lollipops are actually useful, though. I spent money on a game for an event when the event finished.
Oh, what game was that?
Just loved Nikki on my phone. I purchased stuff so that I could complete the event, and then realized the event had already been completed.
That sucks. My best purchase would probably have to be my CPU at the moment.
I thought it'd be your phone.
I haven't bought it yet. I haven't bought my phone yet.
That's true. That's true.
Nah, but like, my CPU would have to be my best. Actually, it's a toss up between my CPU and my speakers. I can't count my bed or desk because I got those for free. But my speakers were $20 on special when they're like $50, and they're really good. But my CPU has made my computer so much better. Like, it's so faster. But my worst purchase. That's a good point. I mean,
Your
I'm trying
brain.
to think. Huh?
Nothing.
My brain, is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's it then. Nah, I'm joking. My worst purchase would have to be a game that I thought was good, but wasn't good when I played it, I guess.
Oh, that reminds me
Okay,
of
actually,
Octodad.
I've got it. Overgrowth. I used to play that game back in the day. I loved it, and then I bought it like about half a year ago, and I played it for a little bit, and I'm like, this
Not
isn't
as
how I
great as you
remember
thought it was?
It's like, this isn't how I remember it, and I didn't like it, so I got a refund.
That's fair. Yeah, that reminds me of the story of me buying Octodad. I spent maybe, however long ago it came out. That's when I started wanting it.
It was like $20, wasn't it?
Something like that. And I finally got the money and I purchased it. I completed it in an hour.
Ah, that sucks.
I was so angry because I thought there'd be more to the story. The story ended so suddenly. I was just really mad.
Actually, I do have to change mine. I just realized the cosplay I got, the Kirito one, I don't use it at all.
But you like it, don't you?
I do like it, but I don't use it. So what's the point?
Well, if you're going to a convention next year.
Yeah, true. Alright, anyways.
Okay.
Next question.
So, Ethan, if you could be the opposite gender for a day, what would you do?
I would probably go up to the mount and go to the nightclub and try and hook up with some other girls.
That's fair.
Because I'm already sexy as it is as a male, so imagine what I'd be as a female. Double the sexiness, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'd be more attractive to myself than what I am now. If I would fuck myself, I would.
If I could be the opposite gender for a day, I would have sex with my girlfriend. That's pretty much it.
Alright. If you had to change your name, what would your new name be, and why would you choose that name?
I would change my name to Tanith, because that's the name that I believe belongs to my soul. It would be really amazing.
I would change my name to Erin, because a lot of people around me, when I said, I can't remember, someone said it, was like, you know what, your name would be pretty cool, Erin. And, just a whole bunch of people were like, yeah, you know what, that's not a bad name, it's better than the name you have now. But me, personally, in real life, I would not change my name, because I believe that the name I have would stay fit for me, because I am the only person with that name, and it's unique.
Okay. Now, here's the $1 million question. Ha 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 ha. Ethan, if you could get $100 million or have a perfect family, which would you choose?
You need $100 million to have a perfect family. Oh! No, I'd have $100 million because, well, first of all, I'd have a better computer. I'd have a PlayStation 4. I'd have my own house. I'd have an Xbox, a better Xbox. I'd have, dude, so much you can get with $100 million.
That's fair. With me, it's a bit of a toss-up because, like you said, having a family, you do need funds to take care of them. In all honesty, I'd probably choose $100 million because...
Then you can adopt the child that way.
Yes, because my plan is to adopt, and I can't adopt if I don't have the funds to adopt.
Hey.
So I would choose $100 million, but that is because it would help me support the family in which I am trying to have.
Okay. Yeah, that's yeah. What is a body part you wouldn't mind losing?
My foot. I don't care which one. Just my foot.
Why is that, though?
Because I'm an artist. Everything I do, all the things I do, gaming, drawing, typing, they all require my hands. I like to listen to music, so I do kind of want to keep my ears, and I need to have well, you don't need eyes to do art, but I would prefer to keep my eyes. My nose is very important to me. I love the smell of food, and mouth and tongue. I love eating food. So the only really things that are left are either my butt or my feet, but I think I prefer to lose my feet than my butt. What about you?
I'd probably lose my butt because no one really likes it anyways.
That's fair.
And I can still sit no matter what.
Sit anywhere. Ethan, if you could have one superpower, what would you choose?
Invisibility.
Yeah? And why is that?
Because...
If you say it's for peeping on girls...
Nope. It's for if anyone wants to get in a fight with me, I can turn invisible and run away.
Or, kick them in the ass while you're invisible.
I guess that's also another thing. But they could also grab me, and then I wouldn't be able to get away.
Me, I would choose shape-shifting. Because, well, I could finally be a fox. I could fly, I could swim. You can do anything with shape-shifting. I could hide and just turn into a figurine. It'd be like the best game of prop hunt there ever was.
What's the craziest thing one of your teachers have done?
Okay, so I have 2 stories. One of them isn't necessarily crazy, but it is a dumb thing to do. I'm pretty sure it's against the law for teachers to give their students food, as far as I know. Like, not planned out picnic food, but just their own food. One of my teachers walked in with dried banana chips and was just handing them out to kids, but like they were his lunch.
Huh. Okay.
I thought it was really creepy. The other thing, the thing that actually makes sense, we were playing sports and the teacher hit the. We were playing tennis, I think it was, and he hit the ball as hard as he can, and it flew right into my nose.
Huh.
At full power.
I can tell you I can explain 2 things. Well, one, a lot of teachers swear where they're not meant to.
Yep.
But
when you get to college, teachers are allowed to swear.
I guess, but what I was trying to get to is a teacher back in the day when I was still living in Wellington. I don't know if this was on purpose, but this person was like, this teacher was like getting angry at me, and then he's like, "Here, stress. You have stress. Let me help you." He put his arms on like my collarbone and started to like do like this massage thing. And
That's
when
creepy.
he did that, he pressed really hard, and it hurt me, and I started crying.
Ow. That sounds painful.
And nothing was done. Like I told my parents, but nothing happened.
That's sad. Alright. The most important question. What's your favorite food and why?
It's gotta be it's gotta be a pasta or like so there's I've got heaps, man.
Okay, let's say top 3.
Top 3?
No specific order.
Lasagna carbonara pizza.
Nice.
I think.
Is that lasagna carbonara on your pizza? That sounds tasty. I want to do that now.
Not specific.
Carbonara flavored lasagna on pizza.
Oh, okay, flavored lasagna. Okay. Anyways, you go.
All right. So mine is also lasagna. A custard bun, which is like a really, really soft, nice bread that's sweet, and then it has custard inside it and a nice glaze on the top. It's a beautiful specimen. And chocolate. Chocolate? Alright. Why? Because they're tasty as heck.
Yuck.
Yep.
Yuck.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, last question. What's the dumbest way you have been injured?
Okay. I was running through the mall, and my shoes were getting really old. And I've run out to a courtyard area. My friend and I were just like, we were playing tag at the age of 17. Yep. At the age of 17, playing tag in the mall. We've come out to a courtyard area, and my foot slipped on the concrete because of my shoe. And I went flying maybe 3 meters, just rolling and smacking my head and everything on concrete. I had to go to hospital with a concussion. It was very bad. It was funny, but that hurt a lot. They thought I might have broken my spine, but thankfully I didn't. How about you?
I have a really funny one. This involves you. We were out at our old house where I was born, whatever.
Oh, I have another one after you, actually.
We were standing outside, and there was a full moon.
Oh, I know this one.
She starts howling, and she goes, "I'm a werehog. Run, run!" And I run. I'm starting to scream. I'm like, and I'm running, and I go to run like around this little curve. And I go to run up like these little stairs so I can go back out onto the road again. And I slip. And I fall. And I face plant the bricks in front of me.
And you jarred your elbow that day too.
That's right. I thought it was broken.
That was funny. Because, like, I was laughing, but I was also like, are you okay? Oh, yeah, you just remind me of another way I've been injured that I think should definitely be, told.
Okay.
I was running around a house and I was looking for a candle. A candle had been that had been given to me as a gift. We had just moved houses, so it was pretty hard to pinpoint where it was. And I finally see in the lounge room that it's sitting on a cabinet. And I'm just like, oh yes, my candle is there. And there's a lot of mess on the floor, and when I run to go get the candle, I step on something which goes through my heel. I'm like, what the frig? And I start crying, I start screaming, I look into my heel, and one of those needles from a knit comb had, like, just a single needle was for some weird reason sticking out of the carpet, and it went straight through my heel. There was maybe a centimeter sticking out of my heel. I still have a scar from it.
Wow.
It was incredibly painful, and when I was crying for people to come help me, they thought I was crying because I couldn't find my candle, and they told me to stop being dramatic. Alright, that's the end of 10 random questions.
Yay, that one took forever.
Not as long as last time, trust me.
Alright, let's play this game.
We're playing the never-ending story.
Transition! Alright,
I'm gonna put a timer on. So, is it I start with a word and then we just gotta keep taking after each other to make a story?
Let's have a starter, which is like once upon a time, and then we go. It'll go I'll say once upon a time, then you say the next word, and then I'll say the next word, and we keep going.
Okay. I'll start the timer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Once upon a time,
There
was
a
little
girl
who
was
very
pretty.
one
Day
she
decided
to
run
to
the
to
run to the to store to store.
then
She
grabbed
a
biscuit
which
was
covered
in
cum.
she
Through
it
in
her
mouth. And that's
And-
the end.
Aww. And she licked it all up with her tongue.
Ew.
Wow, that turned for the worst.
I was trying to turn it that she threw it into the bin, but then you're like, in her, and I was like, ah, crap.
I just said in. You could have just said the, and that would have said like.
Oh well.
Alright.
Right, now we're up to the weirdest game title. Woo!
Transition.
Right.
Alright.
So, the game that I'm going to talk about is called Honey Pop.
Does
Why?
it explain the title?
No.
I mean, does it explain the game?
The name Honey Pop does not explain the game as far as I can think, unless there's some kind of secret behind the word. The game's actually about it's pretty much a dating sim, except in a similar way to Bejeweled with gem matching.
Let me just say, this game is X-rated, so don't play this game.
XR-rated.
Don't play this game unless you are 18.
But there are versions that are censored. But
Like
there's a
the
lot of
ones-
swearing and nudity, and it
Yeah.
does cost money to buy the game, so you can't just go and get it and be a little smartass and make your parents upset if you don't have money.
There you go.
What about your game?
My title does not explain my game. It kind of does. It's a Stormworm.
Oh, really? And what's it about?
It's actually got a plus at the end, but Stormworm plus. Let me just give a little explanation. So it's Snake, except for it's on a 3D surface, and you can do 4 modes.
Yep.
One's a classic. One is a I think it's kind of like a survival one. There's a timed one, and there is an action version where you got to dodge the spikes. So Snake on a round surface, and you can jump, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice.
It doesn't explain the game.
Well, these 2 games, I would say check them out if you could. Unless you're under 18. Except for Stormworm. Stormworm, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Alright, so now we're up to our happy story. Woo!
Transition.
So we're both going to talk about a happy story that has happened to us since the last podcast. For me, you know how earlier Ethan asked me if I could change my name, what would my new name be and why? Well, conveniently, coincidentally, whichever word goes there, today my name change has been finalized. I got my new certificate that says that my name is officially Tenneth, so
Yay!
yay! I'm super excited about that. Finally having a name that belongs to my soul. I feel like me now, and it's an amazing feeling to finally be who I want to be. Yes. So what about you?
My story. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. Well, let me just unmute. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome! You're on FoxPodcast!
Yeah, I figured that out.
Would you like to say hi to the audience?
Hello, audience.
This is Jason. He has accidentally walked in on our conversation.
I forgot to go in our private chat.
That's okay. How's your day been?
Going around, doing stuff. Got Ivory right next to me.
Would Ivory like to say hello to the audience?
Ivory, would you like to say hello to Tannis' audience?
Sup, everyone?
Alright, if you would be interested, would either of you like to mention a happy story that has happened to you in the last week without swearing?
Happy thing that's happened to me in the last week.
Yes.
Getting on Centrelink, I think.
Yay!
Yay, that's an exciting thing. And does Ivory have something they would like to say?
Well, I've been out with Ivory the entire time, so I can say probably being sane.
Okay, well, thank you for that. Ethan, what about your story?
Oh gosh, it's a funny one, but it's not very happy. But at the same time, it is. Last Saturday, I went to a friend's birthday party. It was a paintball party, and afterwards there was like a after party kind of thing. So last time I went paintballing, which was in 2014, I was this puny little person who was like didn't really enjoy going out much, and I was just staying back every round of the game.
And you were scared of pain.
I was scared of pain. I was scared of pain all the time. This one, because I'm older, I'm better, and I'm awesomer, I ended up going full in. I went with my friends. I won one game, which I went to grab a flag. I got shot. I went to the line. I came back. I found 2 flags on the ground. I met up with someone, and they had a flag, so I grabbed it. I threw it over the barrier, and then someone shot me. So I won the game for us. On this other map, there was this giant hill in the middle, made out of sand, but it also had a tarp over it, so you didn't get sand in the gun. And I kept trying to put the flag in it. I was trying to put the flag in the holder, and every time I went to do it, I kept getting shot by like 10 people at the same time.
Yep.
And it was very, very, very difficult because it kept hurting, and the holder was also broken. So whenever you put it in, it would just lean to one side and then fall off, and it was annoying me. And so the after party, I was only intended to drink because I'm 18, so I was drinking. I only intended to drink, 4 cans, and then a couple of drinks that I also bought on that night.
And then cut yourself off from alcohol.
Totally. I can totally cut myself off. No, I can't.
No, I mean like cut off from alcohol.
Yeah, you know what I meant. Whatever. But I drank the 4, and then my friend was like, the person who's running the party is like, all right, let's do some vodka shots. So I'm like, sure, I'll see how it tastes because I haven't had vodka by itself. I took it and I was like, because it was like burning my mouth.
That's funny.
And then it kept going and it kept going and it kept going, and all I know was I've blacked out my memory, and all I remember is waking up next to the fence, throwing up, and then it just like I blanked out again. Then I was on the chair, someone was talking to me, blanked out again, went to sit on the cooler box next to my friend, slipped off the back of the box and fell on my back.
Good on ya.
And then blanked out again, walking down the street with a few friends who were walking me home. My friend put me in the shower, which was very nice of him because he took care of me at that time.
Yeah.
And then I walked out of the shower.
And vomited everywhere.
I fell on the ground and I vomited everywhere naked. In the hallway, not in the shower room. And so then, a little bit later, I accidentally vomited in my room. I don't remember that one though. And that was about it.
Sounds like heaps of fun.
Everyone's picking on me for it though, so whatever.
Alright. So that's the end of one happy story each, whatever you want to call it. Alright. So now we're up to the last part of the Fox Podcast episode. The channels for recommendation. The thing that everyone waits for. So.
Transition.
Alright. So, the channel of recommendation that I have is called Eiley Monty. I keep saying Ellie Monty, but Ethan has corrected me earlier and shown me a few proof videos. It's actually pronounced Eiley Monty. That's Eilemonty. Eiley Monty. She does a lot of great covers, and she is a very great singer. I really like her. I would recommend you go check her out if you like My Little Pony or other stuff. Her covers are really good. And what's your recommendation channel, Ethan?
Okay, so my recommendation channel is a kind of bit similar to yours. It's another cover channel.
Yes.
It's Jubiphonic. She does English covers of Japanese songs, probably Vocaloids, some from animes, and she does covers and they're really good. So if you want to check that out, it's Jubiphonic, so that's Jubyphonic.
Nice.
Should be showing up right now.
So, thank you everyone for joining us. This has been Fox Podcast with Tanny Fox and Ethan and our friend Jason. Woo!
Yay.
Alright.
Yahoo!
I hope you all have a fantastic day, and as usual, toodles noodles. Bye.
Bye.